Hello everyone, welcome to Parveen Online Classes Academy. Now I have the thing that I have already been continuing it, and this is the thing that you should know for this chapter. This is called derivation of mirror formula. Now there are a few things which I have to iterate that you should know it already, and you should know that the formula that we have it over here, that is 1 by f is equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v is a mirror formula which remains same for concave and convex mirror. In the earlier classes you already have learned what are the properties of concave mirror, what are the properties and what kind of image does concave mirror or convex mirror form, what are the ray diagrams, what are the characteristics of image that is concave and convex mirror forms, everything which you people have already learned. Now we will be knowing the derivation of mirror formula, because this formula plays very important role while solving problems in physics, that too from this chapter, that is spherical chapter you people have. So this formula is very important. Now starting with it, before I start this, I want to convey that you should be very clear about one of the topic from maths, that is called similar triangles. If you don't know, let me just give you a reiteration of the same so that you will be able to relate what am I doing it over here, because that concept is needed to understand this derivation. So now to start with, let's take one triangle which is a right angle triangle named as ABC. The measurement for this AB is 4 centimeter. The measurement for this is 6 centimeter, and the measurement for this is 8 centimeters. Now I have another triangle P. I have PQR. Another triangle PQR, right angled at P. Now let the measurement of this QP is 2 centimeter, PR is 3 centimeters, and QR is 4 centimeters. Now, if I want to prove that these two triangles are similar to each other, that doesn't mean that these two triangles will have same measurement. But what important thing is, they should have the ratios of their sides. The ratios of their sides should be equal. The ratios of their sides should be equal, so that I can prove one by one property, that is called SSS. We have three properties over here, that is called angle, first property. Second one is SAS, that is side, angle, side. And the third one we have is side. That means all the sides whatever I am taking, let me take the ratio of AC by the longest side in the right angle triangle, we called it as hypotenuse. So I am taking the ratio of those, so that you will understand, so that you will get it, what is the ratio of the side that we have. Let's say from this triangle ABC I have taken triangle ABC. From triangle ABC I have taken AC. Then I am taking from triangle PQR I am taking QR as the longest one, which is 4 centimeter. That is QR. If you take the ratio of the same, this is 8 centimeter, this is 4 centimeter. If you cut it, you will get 2 centimeter or 2 by 1. This is getting divided into 2:1. Now what is the catch point is, if you check all the ratios of different sides we have it over here, all the ratios will remain same. Whether you take this triangle first or that triangle first, either you will get ratio 2 by 1 or 1 by 2, which means that the triangle which I have already drawn, I can take that as AB by whatsoever we have it down, PQ is equal to, so whatsoever side we have it, our ratios are remaining same. This is the concept that you should know, so that you will be able to understand this. I will repeat that again over here, making triangles over here, so that you will be able to relate it with what property these two triangles are similar to each other, and with what property am I taking, why am I taking all those ratio wala sides, so that I will be able to take few sides so that I can get the final equation that I have. Okay, if you have any doubt in the same, and if you want me to teach you what are similar triangles, I can take a separate class on the same. If you want, please comment in the comment box so that I can come up with the same topic that you want from triangle chapter from mathematics. Okay, now moving ahead with this derivation that I have. This is a concave mirror. This is a concave mirror wherein P stands for pole. This is a junction point where incident ray comes and strikes the mirror. Now, after striking the mirror, as you know, now we have an incident ray which is coming. This point M. Point M is nothing but the junction point where incident ray comes and strikes the mirror. After striking mirror, you know that the reflected ray, this is the reflected ray, will pass through focus. This point is called F, which has been written over here. This point is P, which has already given, and the junction from where it is coming, from where this is getting reflected, is point E. And as you already know, the distance from pole to focus is nothing but focal length, which has been represented by small f. Now the new term over here you people have. New term. What is the new term that you have? Is the first thing that you should keep in mind is AB. AB is nothing but the height of an object. AB is nothing but the height of an object that we have. Now A dash, this one, A dash and B dash is nothing but the height of the image which has been formed. Can anyone comment in the box? Which case are we talking about over here of concave mirror? Whether it is first case, second case, or the third case. Please comment in the comment box. Now, our center of curvature is over here. Now, the concept which I have just taught you about similar triangles will play a greater role over here, so that we will be able to get the ratios of the sides of a triangle, and after getting the ratios, we will get to know how we are getting this final equation that we have in the bottom, that is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u. Now you might be having a question, sir, what is u? What is v that we have over here which is being shown? Now let me just tell you that u is the distance of the object from the pole, which has been shown like this over here, and that object distance is represented by a letter called u. Likewise, I have a letter called v over here. A letter v represents the distance of image from the pole. Now, the other most important thing that you should know is radius of curvature. Now, what is radius of curvature? Radius of curvature is nothing but the distance from pole to the center of curvature is called radius of curvature, which is represented by capital R. And the most important thing that you should know is the relationship between this R and F. F, that is focal length, F and this focal length. Focal length is nothing but the distance from pole to focus. Now you know that focus is a center point of curvature of the distance of center of curvature and pole. Now can anyone comment in the comment box what is the relation between focal length and radius of curvature? If you check it out over here, you know that this distance from C to pole we call it as R. We call it as R. If we see from the here, you know that the distance from pole to focus is f, that is nothing but focal length. If we'll multiply this focal length by 2, we'll get the distance of distance of pole to the center of curvature, which is nothing called R. So here I'll get 2f. 2f. So relation between center of curvature and focal length is R is equal to 2f. This is very important. This is very important, so that you will understand what is how am I able to relate R, that is radius of curvature, to focal length. Now moving ahead, I have, let me take the triangle. Triangle A dash B dash C, that is this small triangle that I have. This small triangle that I have, and the bigger triangle that I have, that is A, B and C. That is A, B and C. That is A, B and C. Now if you look this triangle very carefully, you will know that this triangle is a right angle triangle. This triangle is a right angle triangle which is making right angle at point B. Also triangle A dash B dash C is making right angle at B dash. Now the other thing I have, this, you know that already, this is 90 degree and also this is 90 degree. Now one more thing, one more angle that I have, that is angle ACB. ACB is equal to angle B dash C dash and A dash. Angle B dash C and A dash, which is nothing but this angle. Can anyone please comment in the comment box why these two angles are equal? Why these two angles are equal? You might have studied this in 9th grade from the triangles chapter. There is something called vertically opposite angles are equal. In triangles also you might have studied in lines and angles chapter, which state that if we have a junction like this, then this angle will be equal to this angle and this angle will be equal to this angle, which is nothing but vertically opposite angle. Same thing happens over here. Angle ACB is equal to angle A dash B dash C, and already angle ABC, that is 90 degree, and angle C, B dash and A dash is 90 degree. Hence by angle property, these two triangles are similar to each other. And if the two triangles are similar to each other, then I can take the ratios of their sides. So what am I taking over here? If you look at this equation, which is given over here, that A dash B dash by AB, which is nothing but A dash B dash by AB is equal to CB dash. This is the side I am talking about. CB dash and BC. This is BC. Now if you look at this, properly, you will get to know that. Now, how will I be able to write CB dash? Or BC? If you look at this properly, now this is BP. If you take BP is from where to where? From here, distance to here. Distance to here. If you are taking this as BP, this is BP. What do I want? If I subtract from this BP, CP, that is point C is over here. Yes, point C is over here, center of curvature. If this distance is getting subtracted, don't you think I will get BC? Please understand the logic. the logic is, I have, let me draw it properly. I have, this is C, this is C, this point is B dash and this point is A dash. This point is A dash. Now I have hole that is called BC, BP. This is BP. I'm drawing it over here. This is big line is BP. Big line is BP. I have point somewhere over here C. I have point somewhere over here C. Again I have point here, that is nothing but B dash. If I want only BC, if I subtract from BP, that is this big distance, is getting subtracted. This how much? If you are subtracting this much, I will be left with BC. Which is this distance. That I have. Same thing applies to CB dash. How will I get CB dash? When I subtract CP, that is nothing but this whole distance from this distance. If I subtract this distance, then I will get CB dash. This chota distance that I am talking about, I will get like that. When I subtract from here, I have, let's say this is C and this is B dash and this is P. I want only this distance. So I will subtract from here to here. I will subtract, then I will get this small distance, that is called CB dash. I am repeating this again and again so that you will understand. This is very important to understand. Now moving ahead. If you check that, then what is CP that I have? CP is nothing but the distance from center of curvature to pole. Now I already told you the distance from center of curvature to pole is nothing but radius of curvature that we have. Now why am I getting negative sign? I'll tell you later. Now let's talk about V. Now if you take B dash P, where is B dash? Here is the B dash. This distance, if I take it, you know that image distance, this is nothing but the image distance which has been denoted over here, which is by letter V, Now, why am I getting negative sign over here? Again, why am I getting negative sign at the below? If you take BP is nothing but the image distance, and again CP over here we have. What do we have? Radius of curvature. Now, I want someone to please comment in the comment box, why am I getting negative sign over here? Why am I getting negative sign over here and here? And here. There is a small logic that you people should remember. Let's say, imagine this is an integer line. And this we have origin at between. This line whatsoever is present, let's say our mirror that we have, concave mirror, is on the same line. Now you should know that in integers, the numbers which fall on the right will be positive. The numbers which fall in the left hand side will be negative. I gave you a hint. Now you people should tell me in the comment box, why am I getting negative sign over here, in here and here. Now I definitely say that if whomsoever is commenting, you will be rewarded with something. Now moving ahead, I hope till here you guys have understood. This is equation number 1. Now same thing applies to triangle A dash B dash C and triangle APB. Now which one is that? Let's see. Now we have this triangle, big triangle A, big triangle. We are talking about the big triangle that we have. We are talking about the big triangle that we have, that is triangle APB. That is triangle APB, and the smaller triangle A dash, A dash, A dash, B dash and C. A dash, B dash and C. A dash, B dash and C. Again with the same property, these two triangles will also be similar to each other. These two triangles will also be similar to each other, and from here also I'll take one equation. I'll take one equation. That what equation? That is A dash B dash by AB is equal to B dash P. B dash P. This is B dash P. This is B dash P that we have from here to here. B dash P by BP by BP by BP. BP is where the longer distance. The longer distance. Again, what is B dash P we have is nothing but negative V. What is BP I have is nothing but this. Is nothing but this. Now, is nothing but U. If I am cancelling this negative sign top and bottom, I will get U by V. I will get U by V. Now you will be getting that all of the measurement for this U, the measurement for this, we are taking to the left hand side of the mirror. That's why we are taking as a negative sign. That's why we are taking as a negative sign. As I told you by drawing diagram, thinking this as an origin, considering that as an integer line. So this will be negative. Now from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, if we'll equate it from equation 1 and 2, if we'll get it, we will be able to equate this equation like this. This is also something like this. Why we are equating it is because this is also A dash B dash by AB. This is also A dash B dash by AB. This is also A dash B dash by AB. Now, if both equation has one value, then I will be able to equate it. This means this is equal to this. Now I'll write it over here so that you will understand. A dash B dash by AB is equal to negative R positive V by negative U positive R, which is also equal to I got the final equation from equation number 2, that is V by U. That is V by U. So over here, if I remove this, then these two can be equated from equation number 1 and 2, which has been given over here, directly. Now, if we'll move ahead, I have this equation. I'll cross multiply here. I will cross multiply here with U and V. Then I will get this equation. And after solving that equation, I will get this equation. Now, if this whole equation whatever I have, let's say this equation number is 3 that you have. Equation number 3 that you have. If you are dividing this equation number 3, whole this 3 by a common term, nothing but U, V, R. You will get this equation. And in final I have given you that the relationship between R and F is nothing but R is equal to 2F. From here I'll get F is equal to nothing but R by 2. And same thing has been given here in a opposite manner. If I substitute this, I will get something like this. Instead of R, I can substitute 2F. This two will get cancelled, and I will get a final equation of mirror formula. That is nothing but 1 by U plus 1 by V is equal to 1 by F. Now, this is the thing that we have for mirror formula. Again, if you have any doubt in the same, kindly post comment in the group which part you didn't understand. I will repeat all the same again. Thank you for watching. I will be coming next part with magnification and also sums on the same. Thank you so much.